Hello everybody. I'm strangely nervous about this, I don't know why. I'm Becca, as some of you probably know, hislastbough on Tumblr, and I wanted to make kind of introduction Q&A kind of video. So I asked you guys some questions and I didn't think I'd get any, but I got loads, so thank you so much if you sent a question. I'll do my best to answer all of them, but I don't want to make this video too long because you don't want to hear all about me waffling on for hours and hours. But anyway, I will get straight into it. So my first question is from, I'm going to get everyone's names wrong, I'm so sorry, Akaniza, Anna, and she said, when did you start drawing and what training, if any, do you have? I started drawing about 3 to 4 years ago properly, probably when Sherlock started in like 2010, was it 2010? I think so, and I suddenly had things to draw, beautiful people to draw, so I think it probably started around then. I'd done like other kind of art before, but I'd never drawn like that amount of people. I'd done like still life and stuff. In terms of training, I have none, 0 result. I did art GCSE in year 9, so I'd have been 13. And that was about it. You did all kinds of stuff like clay and fabric and stuff, and like pottery and drawing and painting and everything, and I really enjoyed it, and I don't know if it taught me any kind of stuff, like specific stuff, but yeah, but that's as far it goes in terms of specific training. So thank you, Anna, for that question. Marin says, who do you like better as a character, Molly or Irene? It's a really hard question because I think Molly could, I think she deserves so much more consideration as far as her character's written. I don't think the writers do her character justice. I would be more inclined to say Molly, but I think I'm going to have to say Irene. I really like, I like her as a character. I think she is, there's a lot to her, trying to look past the various sexist bits of Scandal, and she's really hot. I love Laura Pulver, but yeah, I think, yeah, she's cool. Irene is cool. Yeah, I'm sorry it doesn't go any deeper than that. It would, but I'm not feeling as eloquent as I probably should do at this time. So my next question is from Garrulous Gibberish, and they said, what is your favourite thing to draw, would you say? Sherlock. Sherlock himself. Sherlock. Poor Sherlock. I think because you can, I don't know, when you've drawn Ben's face so many times, it kind of impregnates itself into your mind and you can draw it, whereas like Martin Freeman is so hard to draw, his mouth and his lips are really, really hard. I just love drawing Sherlock. But I love drawing Sherlock and John. I love drawing Femlock. I love drawing Jareen. I drew some Jareen for the first time today. That was really fun. I love drawing Sherlock characters. So predictable, I know. But that's as interesting as I get, I'm afraid. Bisexual John, Miranda, who has the most incredible username, most incredible URL. It's just amazing. I think that every single time I see it. They said, what's your favourite John Locke fanfiction? Oh my god. I'm going to say the ones that come to mind straight away because I have a list of favourites in a folder that's kind of taller than I am. But at the moment I adore The Time Traveller's Flatmate by Game of Scones, Ori. Oh my god, I read The Time Traveller's Wife when I was quite young, and I didn't particularly like the book, but it was obviously really tragic. And then when you put your ITP in that situation, it's like, oh my god, what's going, no, and because you know where it's going, and I just, oh my god, absolutely adore that fanfiction. It's beautiful, and it's so clever, so cleverly written. I just adore it. I reread recently as well Midnight Blue Serenity by Beautiful Fiction, I think. And I adore Sherlock in eyeliner. Yeah, that's a good fic. That's a good fic. Yes. Generally anything by Beautiful Fiction I like a lot. I like The Gilded Cage, although I haven't caught up with it at the moment. Yeah, but I'm very, very liberal and what's the word? What word do I mean? Non-specific with what I read. I'll read anything. I love them all. Miranda also said, just give me a list of questions. Oh, how do you think the first John Locke kiss will happen? Oh my god. Oh man, I don't. You know, you read like the little drabbles on Tumblr by various people, and you read one and you're like, yeah, that's how I want it to go. Yeah, that's how. And then you read the next one and you're like, oh. I think generally just absolutely awestruck and really heartfelt. I don't know. I'd rather have like the rush and the quick like passion like a bit later on. Although I read this incredible fic. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like they had like this really heated like quick, successful, it was amazing sex like for the first time, and then it was like the second or third time, like I don't know, it wasn't like the other times, it was like more heartfelt. I think Sherlock started crying, which is the way to get me in. Sherlock cries, I'm there. I love damaged characters, and I love characters who are suffering. It sounds horrendous, I know, but oh dear. So so something slow, something that will drive Sherlock mad. The more I think about it, no, the more ideas I'm gonna get. Okay. Worst movie you ever watched? This is from Miranda as well. That's a hard question. I think, oh gosh, there was this movie with Meryl Streep and this other Juliet and Julia or something, and that she's like this chef, and Meryl Streep is like this famous chef, and they make this beef stew stuff. I don't know, I wasn't really paying very much attention, but that was not a brilliant film I've watched. I watched recently, oh gosh, that film, this is not going to work, is it? Oh, that film with that person, yeah, that was awful. But Philomena with the nuns, that I didn't like that film either. I watched recently. I'm not very good at this, am I? Next question. Sherlock character Hogwarts houses. Oh my gosh. Okay, I love them both in Gryffindor, because it would be such... I think Sherlock would be so shocked. I think he would be flat out like... It would all be about him finding himself and finding his courage and bravery throughout, I think. I don't know, either both in Gryffindor or Sherlock in Ravenclaw and John in Gryffindor. I think Mycroft, Moriarty, Irene are all Slytherin. Molly is a tie between Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff. I would be inclined to say Ravenclaw. She's obviously very... But then she's not particularly witty. She's clever, isn't she? I could talk about this for hours, so I won't bore you all. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that for a minute. Lestrade, I think... Oh, I don't want to say... Either Hufflepuff or Gryffindor. It's a toss-up. I'm afraid. I don't want to... I could talk about this all day again. Miranda also said, "Why is your sidebar so cute? I've been staring at it for 5 minutes." Well, my sidebar is so cute because it's Fawnlock, and that's as far as it goes, I'm afraid. My love. My little dear love. Okay, so the next question is from Demisexual Sherlock. Another wonderful username. My friend Flor. And they said, "What's your favourite thing you've ever drawn?" I think possibly like way back a few years ago at Christmas. I remember it being Christmas because I stayed up all night, every night doing it. It's like this pencil and graphite one of a screenshot from Scandal and Sherlock's on his laptop at the Christmas party, and he's kind of like this. Yeah, I like that drawing. Yeah. So thank you for that question, Flor. BBC Baker Street said, "Who is your favourite minor character in Sherlock?" I don't know if I could call them a minor character, but I really like Mycroft. I think he's really complex, and the whole brother thing, I love it. I love Sally as well. I absolutely adore Sally. She's fucking amazing, and she deserves more screen time. Where the hell is she all the time? Like, you're watching it, but what's Sally doing right now? Nobody knows. Get on it. Yeah, stupid writers. More Sally, please. More Irene, maybe, as well. More Janine, please. Yasmin Akram. Oh dear. I literally get flustered. I was looking at reference pictures of her today when I was drawing Jareen, and I was like, okay. I adore her. Daydraws says, "What's your favourite type of candy?" Sweets. I really like, oh my god, recently discovered peanut butter cups. I don't think we have them over here. I think they're American, the Reese's ones. Like, I've never seen them before over here, but recently I think they've started like coming over and becoming popular. Oh my god, we're not used to stuff like that. It's too much. Oh my god, but they're absolutely amazing. I could eat like 6 packs, which is probably not their intended intake, but I don't care. Oh my god, this video is 15 minutes. Shit, sorry. What is your favourite thing about the summer? It says Atomic Buttfucks. My favourite thing about the summer, summer for me means lying on my back in the heat, having horrendous hay fever, sneezing, having an itchy throat, itchy eyes, not being able to wear my contact lenses because of hay fever, not being able to wear eye makeup, generally having the symptoms of a heavy cold. So I would probably say being able to go outside without a coat, which we have to for the rest of the year. Yeah, that's alright, I guess. What a morbid answer. I hate the summer. I don't hate the summer, it's just, it's not a Becca season. John is Sherlock asked, your favourite Harry Potter book? My favourite Harry Potter book is Prisoner of Azkaban. I have adored it ever since I first read it. In fact, I think Mum read it to me, and we were staying at a holiday house, and it was like a really old, scary, creepy holiday house. And we had this really old battered copy that we'd found there, and I remember that really vividly, but I love that book. Dashing Watson asked, what song reminds you the most about your childhood? Fields of Gold, the Eva Cassidy version, I listened to a lot in about year 8 and year 9 when my music teacher that I absolutely adored, beyond the scale of anything you can imagine, she left schools, she changed schools, so she didn't teach us anymore, and she was the teacher who ran the choir, and I listened to that. I was heartbroken, first heartbreak at 12 years old about teacher, yeah, and I listened to that song a lot, and that does. Also, America wrote the Last Unicorn song that goes with the film. That's just a beautiful, beautiful song, and it reminds me of the film, and yeah. Shock Blanket Please says, did you know that kangaroos have 3 vaginas? Do you know, I think I did know that. I think it was one of those facts that stick in your head and you don't mean them to, but they do. I will be your sweet royalty. My friend Sarah, my in real life friend, says, which would you rather look at forever, the clouds or the stars, and why? The stars, absolutely 100%. For my birthday a few years ago, my uncle has like a little sailing boat thing, and it's really tiny and it's kind of a bit ugh. But I like lay on the top of the deck and watch the stars for hours and hours, and they were like, Becca, come inside, you're gonna freeze. I was like, I don't care, it's worth it. Oh my god, just thinking about space and the galaxy, and oh my god, the fact that there are universes, plural, is just phenomenal, and I will never get over that feeling. It just makes me feel amazing. So yes, stars. Thank you, Sarah. Kirby says, how great am I? You're the greatest. You're the greatest, Kirby, ever. Thank you for asking. Gingerthon Kirby. John Locke with 2 C's says, how did you get into watching Sherlock? I watched Sherlock the very first night it came on TV, on BBC One, and I watched it with my dad, and Dad was a bit iffy at first. He was like, what? But he, once he'd got past the fact that it was Sherlock Holmes, we were both literally glued to the screen like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And I fell in love with Benedict absolutely from the first episode. His voice, his face, his profile. And there we are, 4.5 years later. Here I am still. I don't get hooked on many things, but if I find something, I really latch onto it, and Sherlock has been one of those things. Sussex Lock, Fran says, who's your favourite character on the show and why? You can only pick one. If I had to pick one, I'd have to say Sherlock. I adore Sherlock Holmes in every shape, form, variety. Since I was very little, I've loved Sherlock Holmes, and I have a thing for characters, not angsty characters, but characters going through angst, damaged characters. I just, oh yeah, yep, that, yep, that sounds so wrong. Yep, that does it for me. But emotionally, yep, it does. That's the way to get me invested. And obviously John is so messed up as well. Are both poor, sweet, fucked up things. But no, Sherlock, yeah. Me Trying to Make You Smile says, what is your favourite season? Tricky question, because series 1 adored, but I've seen it so many times, like so many times. But no, I love series 1. Series 2 I adore as well. I don't like Reichenbach. It makes me so panicked, and I get really like, oh, there's something about, and there's so many loose ends. Calm down, calm down. And then series 3, let's just say the sign of 3 was the peak of that series. I might have to say series 1. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go with series 1. T Croft says, what's your favourite Sherlock AU? Oh my goodness. I think the first AU I ever came into contact with was Thornlock, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I adore anything to do with deer. Always have. And I think, yeah, I adore Thornlock. Having said that, I also love Teenlock and Femlock and AUs where they haven't met yet, and that's so broad. AUs where they haven't met yet and then they meet. Oh my god. Oh, I love so many AUs. Although I don't read a lot of AUs. I don't know why. I love Omegaverse as well, which I was so sceptical getting into. I was like, what? And then I was like, I get it now. Yeah, I'm on board. Yeah, that's nice. Thank you. But yeah, I'm gonna have to say Thornlock. So thank you, my love, Paula. Thank you so much. Thank you for inventing him. Thank you for thinking of him. Thank you for drawing him. He is beautiful and he makes me so happy. And yeah, thank you. I love you. Thank you. And finally from Carla, Consulting Detective. What's your favourite film? Probably gathered already. I adore The Last Unicorn. It's so strange, but I love it. I grew up watching it. Gosh, Treasure Planet, the Disney film. If you haven't seen Treasure Planet, oh my god. Besides having a crush on Captain Amelia since I was since it came out, it's such a good film. What other films? I recently saw About Time, which I really liked. You know, slap the OTP in the main protagonist roles, and there we go. It's a pretty steadfast way of getting me involved in any film, to be honest. You know, you think about your favourite films and there's always one that you forget when you explain to people. Meet Joe Black, that's the one. Meet Joe Black, oh my god, it's such a slow film, and my favourite film of all time. I brought my friends around to watch it and they sat through it and they were like, oh my god, is this it? Oh my god, yeah, it's a long film, yeah, it's kind of boring, some bits are cheesy, but when you look past that, it's beautiful. It's basically the story of death is kind of embodied in this guy, and he doesn't know how to behave like a human being, and he falls in love, and it's wonderful. Again, put your OTP in there and wham! I'm crying all over the place. Yeah, so that is all my questions. This video is going to be about 26 minutes long. I'm really sorry about that. But I hope you enjoyed it, and if you watched to the end, wow, thank you. Thank you so much. And I will maybe make more videos. I don't know. I enjoy making videos. So we'll see. Bye bye everyone.